That's great. But Wii Sports is coming back,
Yeah, I thought
so that's cool.
I kind of chuckled when they announced this. I was like, wow, because I used to joke about this.
Uh
Well,
huh.
it's the joke started as when is Nintendo Land being ported to Switch, and they're like, we can't do that. And it's like, okay, well, what about Wii Sports? You just call it Wii Sports Switch. Why not? You had you could do it, and now they actually did do Nintendo Switch Sports, and it's interesting that they're not using the Mii's, or if they are,
they're like
they're
they're like
like
an alternate body option, because I
right.
thought they weren't gonna have them too, because I was like, oh, we're getting like these new anime looking characters. That's cute or whatever. But then when
Yeah,
Koizumi and the other guy, I forgot their names, but when they were playing volleyball, their characters had me faces. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we can still use our Mii's. That's dope. But I guess if people don't want to make Mii's, they can just use these pre-made anime-looking characters. I'm also wondering if they're gonna have any cosmetic options for them, or if you can make your own anime character look in person. But uh, I'm just probably gonna use my Mii though, honestly.
I think it's very smart for Nintendo to bring this over to the Switch.
Hmm.
I almost feel as though it's a little late. I feel like they should
Yeah,
have done this back in 2017 or
this
2018.
should have been the
I
one-two
guess
switch type of thing.
I guess better late than never, and I think the fact that it'll have online is a huge push, and I think it's smart that they're doing a net play test next week
Oh, very
because
smart.
that will allow people to actually see if this is the type of game they want. And
Hmm.
I know that the Switch has had a bit of a fitness push. I know people really enjoyed Ring Fit Adventure. I hear constant praise about that game.
That is such a
And
nice looking area. That looks beautiful.
so I think they're trying to appeal to that market. Like, hey, you liked Ring Fit Adventure? Here's other sports that'll get you moving. And it's like I don't know if that's the angle I would take with
Hmm.
that. I think this is actually one of those situations where Nintendo's family dynamic would work better here, where you show like four people in the living room playing
Yeah.
together. But I will play the demo next week. Might get this. I think it would be a good idea. Well, here's what my thought process was. I thought it would be fun to play if I was like waiting in line for something at a convention or at a theme park or something.
Hmm.
Like one person holds the switch and the other two try to do the
Yeah,
motions.
exactly.
But I don't know how doable that's gonna be. We'll see. But I'm considering getting this.
I'm for sure gonna grab this. Looking at this map or this sports screen, right? We don't have Woohoo Island anymore, so RIP Woohoo Island. But we do have this sportsplex area that looks like it's in the middle of a really bustling city. But this is really cool. Almost gives me like Olympic headquarters vibes, right?
Mhm.
Looks kind of cool. I'm wondering what this middle area is, because it looks like there's like a circuit or something going on here. So we'll see what that is. But
Is it?
or it's just a logo that they use. I'm not sure
Yeah,
what that is, but
I think that's just the stadium.
yeah, I guess so. But we got volleyball, badminton, bowling, tennis, chambara, which is great because the sword fighting in Wii Sports
Wii
Resort
Sports Resort.
was
Yeah, I love
so
that
good. That was like best sport in that game. Next to
for sure.
yeah, actually that was like the most popular sport in the game. And then we got soccer, which is cool. But also it's interesting they're giving us this and strikers in the same direct. Where I'm like, I mean, I guess if you don't get strikers, you can just have this install in there too. But
Yeah, well, Wii Sports was never supposed to be a substitute for Mario Baseball,
yeah, it's just another
Mario
flavor.
Tennis. And then they also mentioned that golf's going to be coming.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
online multiplayer once again is a big component to me.
Mhm. Um, and then also, yeah, online multiplayer. They said it can be up to like a lot of people playing the same sport at the same time, so that's gonna be great.
What would really sell this game for me? I don't know if I can say this full sentence.
Oh yeah, go
What
for it.
would really sell this game for me is if I was playing bowling and I can chuck the bowling ball so hard that it rolls down someone else's lane.
That'd be
That's what
cool.
would
Actually,
that
you
would
could do that in Wii Sports. You could bowl it to another lane, right? And still
No, I
knock
don't
over other
think you
pins.
could. I don't think it would let you. The
Mm.
closest thing to an Easter egg was that I think you could toss the ball backwards for a quick second, and then all the Mii characters
I'm
jump up.
wondering if they're gonna reference that, because that's such a
Uh,
popular meme. I'm wondering if they're gonna reference that. That'd be cool. But then we also have this playtest, which is in like the next week and some change.
yeah, I'm
So
gonna
that's awesome.
Chambara the heck out of everybody.
Yeah, Chambara, bowling, and tennis. Only random matchmaking will be available. You will not be able to play with friends, and you have to have a Switch membership. So, I mean, just enough to, like they said, it's a playtest. They want to make sure they have the online as crispy as it can possibly be, since we're now in a time period where the sports games need to have online. But that's cool that they're really That shows they care. That they're being like, hey, we're gonna let you guys try this out so we can make sure everything runs smoothly.
I made a video about this last year, how I think Nintendo will actually have a greater shift toward online because now they're charging for an online subscription service. So the more online games they make, the more they can get people into that subscription service. So I predicted we would have a greater emphasis of online games as the years go forward, and I am happy to say that it's looking like I'm right. That any game that has multiplayer now is basically going to have online. The
Yeah.
exception to this looks like it's WarioWare. But I know Nintendo said like, oh,
Yeah,
we, you know,
WarioWare's a weird one.
they're gonna add online multiplayer to Cruisin' and stuff like that. And now you know, Advanced Wars has online, and Mario Strikers, well, that's gotta have online, right? That'd be foolish not to. And then this, you know, Wii Sports hasn't had online multiplayer. Well, and that's not true. There was the Wii Sports Club
Resort
on the
Wii
Wii
Sports
U.
Club, yeah.
Yeah, on the Wii U. But that was a little weird because that actually was like a subscription service type thing. My
Yeah.
point is, I think we are going to continue to see more and more games with online multiplayer, and I'm glad that Nintendo is doing a test. I think them doing a test is the best way they can get people to actually want to keep playing and paying for their service.
So, Yoshiller, let me pick your brain really quick because I think this is a valid thought process to have, right?
Yeah.
So, in this game currently, we have, like we said, we got volleyball, badminton, bowling, tennis, chambara, soccer.
Mhm.
This is a big place. And
Yeah.
you know, also, there's places that don't even have icons over them yet.
Yeah.
This isn't all we're doing. There's a dock here. There's a reason there's a dock here.
Oh, yeah,
Also,
we're doing.
we're getting more sports. We're getting
We're doing wakeboarding. We're doing wakeboarding. That's what
we're
that's
getting
about.
literally the Wii Sports Resort whole. We're getting that whole package basically back into this game, but it's going to be like in a city in this city setting. And also, even if you were to look here in the background of this Chambara space, there's like bikes on the wall. So you
Yeah.
could say there's like there could be like cycling or something. Also, if you give it a second for someone to get knocked off the edge, we got a boat.
Yeah, I have a question. Is this like a real type of place? Like, can you actually do a fencing type match on an arena platform like this over water in the middle of a cafe? Because I would love
That
to
looks
go there
chill.
and face some dudes.
Imagine just like writing a thesis paper in the cafe and you just hear a splash of someone just getting knocked into the water. That'd be so cool.
I would love to go up there and just like
Be amazing.
bring a little plush toy around and smack someone into the water or get smacked into the water. I'll do that.
And also, this game is gonna have leg strap support, which is a big deal because also if we break it back to like if we're gonna take the Wii Fitness, Wii Sports approach, this game can be huge over time, right? So say Wii Sports Resort, Wii Fit hath the trail on Woohoo Island. This place has a trail. I know this place has a trail. Strap the leg strap to your leg, run in place, do a little jog around the track, right? Like, there's a lot. I'm also hoping they just let us walk around this place. I doubt they're gonna, but it's this. I just like when they make spaces like this. I just want to explore them. I want to explore it. Looks great.
Yeah, this does look great. I can't help but wonder if it is based off a real place.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Like, is this a place in Seattle or something where I can go to? I'm so in.
but yeah, this is gonna be a big title. Like I said, Nintendo going hard with the multiplayer titles this year. So that's just another one in their pocket.